Okay, Hare Krishna. So this will be the last live session in this series for the ISKCON Disciples course. We were finishing the manual, and I hope that those who are actually taking the course will finish off their last homework, and so we can complete the course there. So this is Unit 4, Part 2. We did Part 1 last week. This unit is called Cooperatively Fulfilling the Relationship, and then it's the consolidation of the course also. So there's some very important topics in this last section. Discrimination on the basis of guru. The definition of discrimination is the perceiving, noting, or making a distinction or difference between things. Discrimination is the prejudicial treatment of an individual based solely on their membership in a certain group or category. It involves excluding or restricting members of one group from opportunities that are available to other groups. This is in the dictionary meaning. So here's a quote from the Srimad Bhagavatam, where the Lord is speaking to the sons of King Prachini Barishat after they performed great austerities, devotional austerities for 10,000 years. He says, I am so pleased with your mutual friendship that I wish you all good fortune. The Lord said, my dear sons of the king, I am very much pleased by your friendly relationships among you. All of you are engaged in one occupation, devotional service. I am so pleased with your mutual friendship that I wish you all good fortune. Now you may ask a benediction of me. So of course that's the point, that there's this Kali Yuga. Is the age of quarrel and hypocrisy, and there's always conflict. But if we can work together, live together, work together, cooperate together for the purpose of practicing and teaching and spreading Krishna consciousness, that will be very pleasing to Lord Krishna, and He'll give us all benefits, all benedictions. So cooperate to keep this institution together after I'm gone. A quote from Srila Prabhupada. Your love for me, said Srila Prabhupada, will be shown by how much you cooperate to keep this institution together after I am gone. United we stand and divided we fall. This is also spoken by Srila Prabhupada. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself wanted our cooperation. He is God, Krishna, and therefore cooperation is a very important thing. Nobody should think that I have got so great ability I can do. No, it is simply by cooperation we can do very big thing. United we stand, divided we fall. This is our, so to be strong in pushing on Krishna consciousness, and Krishna will help. He is the strongest. Still, we must be combined together. So again, with Srila Prabhupada always, he emphasized, obviously some devotees have more ability to do certain things than others do. Some are very good in book distribution, some are good in pujari, Prachari service. Some are good in management, like that. But Srila Prabhupada said there's no one of you, no single one of you can say lead this movement. No one of you can do everything by yourself, he says. So the idea and the real challenge, especially because of our material contaminations, is how can we work together cooperatively and towards the common goal to spread this movement, which will be very pleasing to Srila Prabhupada and to Lord Chaitanya. So we are, this being the last session, then we'll do a little review of some important points. So there's a few questions here. What are some considerations regarding how we should or should not promote our guru in public? So most devotees in ISKCON now are probably disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Very important service. But Srila Prabhupada has a unique position as the ISKCON founder Acharya. You know, everything we discussed last week, everything that we teach, we learned from Srila Prabhupada, from his books or his letters or his lectures or his personal example, like that. Everything that we can give to others, we have gotten that from ultimately from Srila Prabhupada. So in ISKCON we try to, although the current gurus are very important, part of spreading this Krishna consciousness movement, but the goal is to keep putting Srila Prabhupada out in front, and we are doing our services, and we are, which includes for many to accepting disciples. That is important. It's very important. But we are doing this wanting to keep Srila Prabhupada out in front. So there's some guidelines in ISKCON that we should follow, things we should do and things we should not do regarding promoting our own ISKCON gurus in public, which we'll touch on here. For example, we should not, it's one thing to wear clothing or badges, buttons, they call them, putting Srila Prabhupada out front. That's one thing. But in general, we don't in public, even means that coming together in your own temple, in your assembly of devotees, you normally don't do that for one's individual guru, unless of course your guru happens to be Srila Prabhupada. It's also discouraged that one should, disciples or even gurus should be really pushing uninitiated devotees to accept them. Especially the disciples shouldn't be really pushing, to uninitiated devotees to try to, you should accept this guru as your spiritual master. You should do that. We shouldn't push. No one should be in any way pushed. What should happen is that the devotees who are disciples of Srila Prabhupada should practice Krishna consciousness, live Krishna consciousness, be very enthusiastic in doing their service, and preach actually emphasizing the importance of Srila Prabhupada as the founder Acharya, and then it'll come in time that they'll understand that, oh yes, everyone should become serious, accept initiation, like that. So naturally, if you're preaching to someone and you're living a very nice Krishna conscious life yourself, then someone's going to ask, oh, I'm thinking about initiation. Who is your guru? Can you maybe I can meet him. Maybe I can even get initiated by him. Okay, then that's good. But the disciples shouldn't be pushing, and canvassing to try to get someone to be initiated specifically by their guru. No one should feel in any way pressured. Let it come naturally. During the time that only Srila Prabhupada was present, it was a little different because Srila Prabhupada was the only guru in ISKCON. But now there are many, so still we keep Srila Prabhupada out front, and each initiating guru is doing their preaching, and if someone feels inspired by them, they certainly can ask and can be initiated by them, and so the disciples and the gurus should really emphasize people just become Krishna conscious, and then they can become and let the new devotees who are not initiated yet make their own decisions about who they want to be initiated by. Okay, another point: publicly displaying pictures and books of one's guru in inappropriate places. Again, the emphasis here is publicly, because again, many gurus or some of the initiating gurus in ISKCON write books, write many books. Some maybe not so much, and of course those books are being read. But as far as going in public and pushing those books into the general public, we should emphasize Srila Prabhupada's books. And naturally, when someone comes a little closer, then they'll come to know of the books, and they may also feel inspired to read those books, and which will help them in Krishna consciousness. But the publicly displaying the pictures of all the ISKCON gurus everywhere is not so much encouraged. Promoting one's guru in public preaching and temple programs. Again, guru may come, you may give a class, so of course you can let everyone know that he's going to give a class on such and such a day. But again, the big emphasis is on promoting Srila Prabhupada, and we are simply the servants. And one of the services, of course, is the initiating service, initiating and training up devotees service. So another point: what negative consequences might we expect if we do not promote Srila Prabhupada as the founder Acharya and the preeminent Shiksha Guru, but instead emphasize the other gurus in ISKCON? And again, everyone has their service, but the goal, the emphasis is decision in ISKCON is to put Srila Prabhupada out front, and that doesn't minimize anyone else. It just puts Srila Prabhupada out front. So here's a few points. We're talking about negative consequences. So, disregard of the principle of Srila Prabhupada as the preeminent Shiksha Guru in ISKCON. So if we don't make a point to put Srila Prabhupada out front, then we may lose the emphasis of Srila Prabhupada in that position as the preeminent Shiksha Guru and of course the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada was very insistent on that his name and his title were put on everything in ISKCON. And it wasn't, he didn't request that or emphasize that. He did not do that because he wanted to just, hear himself glorified. He wanted to, wasn't like that. He knew that, it's Kali Yuga and the tendency will be to deviate and the tendency will be to want to others will try to take position. He had experience already in the Gaudiya Math, which Bhaktisiddhanta departed from this world, but he had instructed, Bhaktisiddhanta had instructed his disciples they should form I think he specified a 12-man group of managers to oversee the workings of the Gaudiya Math. He never told any one disciple that you will be the next big Acharya. He never said that. He didn't want that. He knew that no one was qualified. So he emphasized only that they worked cooperatively together to spread the movement. So same thing in ISKCON, learning from the mistake in the Gaudiya Math, and the result in the Gaudiya Math was that preaching practically stopped during the time, or just after the time of Bhaktisiddhanta. Preaching practically stopped. It definitely reduced a lot from what it was when Srila Bhaktisiddhanta was present. So in ISKCON, if we forget, if we de-emphasize Srila Prabhupada as the preeminent Shiksha Guru and the founder Acharya, that unique position, then we'll end up having the same problem. Okay. Another point: the new devotees would not be, if we don't keep Srila Prabhupada out front and recognize him in that position. New devotees will not be encouraged to develop Prabhupada Shraya, which means the shelter of Srila Prabhupada, which again is very important because Srila Prabhupada is always our shelter. Srila Prabhupada is always our shelter. We are, anyone who joins ISKCON, has their Shiksha Guru. They will eventually probably have a Diksha Guru. And we also have Srila Prabhupada, whose books and letters and inspiration is a great inspiration for all of us. So sometimes within the life of a devotee, there becomes some strained relationship with Guru or with ISKCON in general or with a particular temple. But Srila Prabhupada's their relationship with Srila Prabhupada is always there. So keeping Srila Prabhupada in his position, not actually keeping him, you can't really take him out of that position, but emphasizing that we recognize him in that position is very, very important. If we don't keep Srila Prabhupada out front, then what we said in the previous slide, guru canvassing will become very prominent in preaching. My guru is better than your guru. And then that leads, then you start thinking, my guru is better, and they start criticizing the other guru, and it goes back and forth, and everything will fall apart, which is, again, what happened at the Gaudiya Math. And then that creates disunity, creates factions. I'm sure there are factions already in ISKCON, but it'll be worse if Srila Prabhupada is not recognized, continue to be recognized as the founder Acharya and the preeminent Shiksha Guru. Disciples of other gurus feel unwelcome or uncomfortable. So if Srila Prabhupada's out front, if we emphasize that he's out front, he's always out front, really. But if we emphasize that he's out front, then we can all work together towards the goal of pleasing Srila Prabhupada. If he's not out front, then the disciples of one guru, if you're in an area, in a temple where most everyone is a disciple of a particular guru, and this did happen in reality in the early 1980s, when the first ISKCON gurus started accepting disciples. It was a whole zonal situation that basically, if you were in one certain part of the world, you were pretty much pushed that you must be initiated by whoever happened to be the GBC guru in that area. And if you weren't, then you were just not welcome there. It was bad. Promote a competitive spirit in regard to promoting one's own guru. So again, if we don't keep Srila Prabhupada understanding that he's out in front, then there will be potentially there will be difficulty. Each disciple, each group of disciples will start trying to push, my guru is better than your guru mentality. It can very easily happen if Srila Prabhupada is not held out in front. So another question, and this is all discussed in the videos and for Unit 4 of the ISKCON Disciple Course manual, and in the videos that we have online for those who are taking the course. Why should we promote Srila Prabhupada as the ISKCON founder, Acharya, and preeminent Shiksha Guru? So we just discussed what would happen if we don't do that. Now, what are the benefits of doing it? So here are some reasons. It helps keep a unified feeling within ISKCON, prevents danger of factions due to emphasizing, promoting individual gurus. We may cover that in the previous slide. Also, Srila Prabhupada is, and was, and still is, in our remembrance of him, the ideal Acharya. We try to keep. We have many gurus, we have many devotees in ISKCON, and many are advanced souls, but Srila Prabhupada was perfect, and perfect Acharya. And that's not saying that someone else might not be or cannot become perfect, but Srila Prabhupada for sure was perfect. So we want to keep Srila Prabhupada, out in front. No difference of opinion regarding Srila Prabhupada's position. Srila Prabhupada is universally accepted as an authority in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, even in circles outside of ISKCON. So, there are many books written by many people, some devotees, some maybe not so advanced devotees, some just scholars, stating many things about Krishna consciousness. But if we keep Srila Prabhupada out in front, and we keep accepting him and his books as the basis for our our practice of Krishna consciousness, then that's the perfection. Srila Prabhupada instructed, do not go to my godbrothers and to get knowledge about Krishna consciousness. He said he says if they say one anything different than what I'm saying, there'll be so much confusion. In fact, Srila Prabhupada, in not too long after he arrived in America, he was in New York. He had a few disciples. I'm not sure if he initiated anyone by that point, but he had some. He had his followers, ISKCON disciples, and Srila Prabhupada had a heart attack. This was his third heart attack. He had two on the ship, the Jaladuta, coming over, and again he had heart attack in New York, and he was going to go back to India to try to recover, and so his early followers were very concerned because he was there, he was their leader, he gave them whatever they knew about Krishna consciousness. So someone suggested that with great difficulty they suggested that if by chance you don't come back, because Srila Prabhupada, he did have a heart attack and no one knew for sure. So if you do not come back, they suggested perhaps one of your godbrothers can come and take over where you left off. And Srila Prabhupada didn't speak anything for some minutes, and finally he said that he wouldn't accept that, because he said if they speak one word different than what I've spoken, then there will be so much confusion with you. There will be so much confusion if they speak one word different. And then he pointed out that it was actually offensive to think like that, what they're proposing. So Srila Prabhupada's position is very, very special, and we shouldn't go to others outside of ISKCON to try to understand. Now he did tell us that we could translate the books of the acharyas in our line, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and so on. And those books are very, Srila Rupa Goswami, who wrote the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and other important books. He said we could translate those. They're important books, but they are our previous acharyas. But to go to Srila Prabhupada's godbrothers, or go to scholars, or maybe who are not even practicing Krishna consciousness, and to get this knowledge, get to understand what we should and should not do, he did not accept that. So we have to keep Srila Prabhupada always out in front. Srila Prabhupada is the empowered representative of Lord Chaitanya and attracts people to Krishna. Hence, it's the best preaching strategy. So Srila Prabhupada is very attractive, and he is the perfect representative of Lord Chaitanya. So if we just follow what Srila Prabhupada, keep Srila Prabhupada out in front, and follow what he taught us, always emphasizing his important position in ISKCON, founder Acharya, then our preaching will go very well. And then by keeping Srila Prabhupada out front, that also plants the seed of Prabhupada Acharya in the new devotees, which I explained just a while ago. That's very important because we really have to the new devotees also have to understand and remember Srila Prabhupada's position, and we all have an eternal and also unique position or relationship with Srila Prabhupada. We all have a unique relationship with Srila Prabhupada. So, and we don't have to worry that Srila Prabhupada will, he'll ever reject us. He's not going to reject us. He's here for us. So going on, another point. What are some inappropriate attitudes and behaviors related to showing favoritism or bias for devotees on the basis of their selection of guru? So we shouldn't have any favoritism, because what happens sometimes, and this is what we're speaking against, what could happen, one devotee is initiated by such and such guru, somebody else is initiated by such and such other guru, and then someone thinks, oh, I don't like that guru, so then they start discriminating against the disciples of that guru. Discriminate against them, treat them differently, because they happen to be have accepted such and such person as guru. So we can't do that. Favoring, reserving facility. For some examples here are that should not be done. Are favoring, reserving facilities only for one's own god siblings, particularly if one is in an official ISKCON position. So we in ISKCON are it's a big family. Like someone said to Srila Prabhupada, an astrologer, I believe, said about him that he has created a house in which the whole world can live. That doesn't necessarily mean everyone lives inside the temple. In reality, most everyone lives are congregational members, but everyone has a position within ISKCON. So no one should think that because such and such person happens to be initiated by this particular guru who happens to be initiated and happens to be authorized by ISKCON to perform that service of guru, no one should think that because this person has been initiated by that person, that guru, that they should be treated treated down in any way. Another point, being unwilling or unenthusiastic to receive, serve, or hear classes of other gurus visiting one's center. Another nonsense. Okay, I have my guru, disciple Srila Prabhupada guru, a guru who's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So I have my guru, and someone else comes and visits, and my guru maybe gives class all the time in the temple, and if someone else comes, then for me to reject or refuse to listen to the class because they happen to be happens to not be my guru, that is very bad. Or to have, act differently towards the disciples of some guru. Having an uncooperative, unfriendly attitude towards disciples or of other gurus. Same point again. We should we work together in ISKCON. That is the goal. That is what's pleasing to Srila Prabhupada. We need association. I always emphasize this. Srila Prabhupada emphasized so much. We need association. We cannot become Krishna conscious without association of devotees, and not all devotees are going to be my guru or my guru's disciples. It's just not going to happen. And that was not Srila Prabhupada's intention either. He wanted many of his disciples to accept disciples and train those disciples up. That's what he wanted. He wanted many to accept such service. So if we are in any way discriminating against or acting in a bad way against someone because they are initiated by such and such particular guru, then that is wrong. That is wrong. That's the point here. And then why should we avoid showing favoritism for or bias against a devotee regarding who their guru is? Okay, that's another important point. Not only should we avoid doing that, but why? Why? Guru groupism in ISKCON. It's the same points again. If the consequences there are, if again, it's just like in the Gaudiya Math, during the time of Srila Bhakti, or just after the time of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, the disciples decided to they didn't form that governing. They didn't work together to manage the Gaudiya Math. There were two separate factions, and in each one was promoting some particular devotee as guru, as they wanted him to be the acharya, and they just fought it for years. They fought it in court. Who should be in charge? Who should be in control? But everyone who was, both parties that were doing that, ultimately, anyway, they never changed. So we don't want groupism. Groupism in ISKCON means, separatism. Me and my disciples, we are going to do things our way, and somebody else says, me and my disciples are going to do something our way, and then what happens? Just like in the Gaudiya Math, preaching stopped. For all practical purposes, preaching stopped. It was a very great preaching institution. There were 64 mouths. We have temples. There they call them mouths. But there were 64 of them, and it was very, very active preaching during the time of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta. But afterwards, it just stopped because everyone was fighting who was going to be the next big acharya. So that's the principle here. So institutional fragmentation means the whole ISKCON would break down. The preaching would stop, of course. And then, on a more personal level, hurt feelings amongst those inappropriately discriminated against. So we discriminate against someone on the basis of their guru. I don't like you because I don't like your guru. I don't give you opportunity for spiritual service in this temple because I don't like your guru, like that. So they feel bad. And if someone feels really bad, they try to, it's just natural, you try to do something or make some adjustment in your life so that you don't feel bad. And for some, that adjustment means just leaving the association of devotees. So hurt feelings amongst those inappropriately discriminated against. And then in general, doing all that, those kind of made mistakes and those kind of wrong activities, it causes Vaishnava aparad, or offenses to the devotees. And by committing Vaishnava aparad, then of course it spoils spiritual life, spoils Krishna consciousness for everyone. So these are some points. These are some points like that. Another question. In a practical way, how can we develop a mood of cooperation with the devotees and remain unaffected by any feeling of bias or discrimination? So we've discussed from several different angles what we should do, what the consequences of not acting properly, of not having Srila Prabhupada as the founder Acharya, not what happens if we discriminate against the guru disciples on the basis of guru. So, but Srila Prabhupada said, your love for me will be tested by how well you cooperate amongst each other in carrying on this mission. So, let's look at a few points here. What we can actually do to avoid this kind of problems that we're talking about now. Working cooperatively with disciples of different gurus for the common purpose of serving Srila Prabhupada's mission. This is something, as Srila Prabhupada said, your love for me will be proven by how well you cooperate with each other in carrying on this mission. So this is the point here. Another point, being respectful, enthusiastic. We should be respectful, enthusiastic to serve gurus other than one's own on the basis of their being dedicated servants to Srila Prabhupada. So again, Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya. Anyone who is a guru in ISKCON or who will be a guru in ISKCON in the future, if they're acting properly, they are dedicated to Srila Prabhupada's mission. So we, the rest of the devotees who are not in those guru positions, we should be respectful and enthusiastic to serve everyone. We should not feel that someone is not fit because they happen to not be my guru or they happen to not be my god brother or my god sister. Giving equal opportunities, facilities to disciples of all gurus. So that's clear. In every temple, there's so much opportunity for devotional service. So a lot of opportunity for devotional service. So we should not think, or we should not act on such a thought that, okay, here we are disciples or followers of such and such guru, and therefore if you come in from here, we're not going to give you the same opportunity to do some devotional service because you happen to not be initiated by my guru. And of course, it reminds me of the Srimad Bhagavatam, Dhruva Maharaj, and his stepmother, when Dhruva wanted to sit on the lap of the king, who was his father, along with his brother, Uttama, and the father wanted it, but the mother, the stepmother, means the mother of the other son, she told Dhruva, no, you cannot, because you are not my child. You were not born of my womb. If you want to sit on the lap of your father, you have to take birth as my child. So which was very low, and it hurt him. So the same idea, if we are discriminating against someone on the basis that you cannot do service in this temple, or you cannot have some positions in ISKCON because you happen to be a disciple of a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and not be the disciple of a particular guru, then you're if we're thinking like that, then that is very bad. So we should not. The point here is that we should be very respectful and enthusiastic to serve everyone and to give everyone an equal opportunity to engage in devotional service, regarding of who they are and who their gurus are, especially gurus within ISKCON. Be encouraging and appreciative of disciples' faith, devotion, and commitment to their own gurus. So, of course, we all have a relationship with our guru, and we should. And if someone is doing service nicely and they're dedicated to their guru, and they're chanting and following the instructions of the guru, and they're helping under the instruction of their guru to do something, to do service to help spread this movement, then we should not that we just tolerate it, but we should very much encourage that. We should feel enthusiastic that they are serving their guru nicely, and we should try to encourage them to continue like that. And then the last point here, from the Nectar of Instruction, verse 4, to execute the 9 loving exchanges with all ISKCON Vaishnavas without discrimination on the basis of one's Diksha Guru. So, what are those loving exchanges? The Dati Pratigrinati Guyam Akyati Prichati Punkte Bojayate Chaiva Sadhir Bhakti Vinashati. So, you can give something in charity to the loving exchange. You give something. I give a gift, and you accept a gift. There's two. You give and you accept. If you give and then you refuse to accept, then that's not proper. You can offer prasadam, and of course you're accepting prasadam. And you can reveal your mind in confidence, private conversation, revealing your mind, or maybe asking some advice to someone, and then the reciprocation is, like you're asking some advice to a senior devotee, and the reciprocation is that that devotee is also listening. You're asking, and someone's willing to listen to you revealing your mind. So these are 6 ways of loving exchanges between devotees. We don't just live together, we don't just exist together, but there are specific reciprocal relationships that are realized in the association of devotees. So these must go on, and if we can all really work together and help spread this Krishna consciousness movement together, help practice Krishna consciousness together, then Srila Prabhupada will give us all blessings. And if we can continue to do that through our lives and to the end of our lives, then that is the price to pay to go back to the spiritual world and to enter into our eternal rasa, our eternal relationship with Krishna. Srila Prabhupada said, he very much emphasized association of devotees. So there's one devotee I know of who asked Srila Prabhupada, he was really struggling getting along with devotees. So I told Srila Prabhupada that sometimes, Srila Prabhupada, the association of devotees becomes intolerable. And Srila Prabhupada's reply, he's hoping that Srila Prabhupada would say, okay, you just go off and live by yourself or something. But he didn't. But Srila Prabhupada replied, says, even if the association of devotees becomes intolerable, you must tolerate it and go on and practicing Krishna consciousness. Even if you need to go on and practice, tolerate that association and practice Krishna consciousness. And then another statement by Srila Prabhupada. Sorry, I lost track. I lost it. But anyways, there are different statements that Srila Prabhupada made regarding the cooperation of devotees. And ultimately, if we... I know what it is. Srila Prabhupada said, if someone thinks that they can become Krishna conscious outside of the association of devotees, he is living in an hallucination. So we have to live together, or I mean not live together, but we have to work together. We have to cooperate. And what do we do together in Krishna consciousness? We practice Krishna consciousness. We encourage each other to practice Krishna consciousness together. And part of our Krishna consciousness process, an important part, is giving Krishna consciousness to others. Those of us who've taken it up, great, but we have an obligation to Srila Prabhupada and to our own gurus that we have to give Krishna consciousness to others. We can't say that, okay, it's good enough that I'm chanting Hare Krishna, but we need to see how we can pay off our debt. We can't actually pay off our debt, but we have to see how we can make our attempt to pay off our debt to Guru. How? By dedicating our life to giving Krishna consciousness to others. This is the process. So I don't see any questions coming in on our chat here, but so I think I'll finish here. This is our last session for the ISKCON Disciple Course. Maybe for a few weeks we won't have any Wednesday night sessions here, so I put something else together. Thank you very much for everyone who has come in tonight, and those who are taking the course. I know I have some homework to grade, and I hope that you send in the rest of your work, and we will finish this off in the next few weeks. So thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna.